and I'm back with another episode of What's for Dinner. It's Tuesday night. It's soup and sandwich night in my house, but it's also the first night before the first day of school. So we're going to have a nice little hearty meal with a sandwich and some potato soup. This potato soup is super easy to make. I mean, really easy. You won't ever want to open a nasty can of potato soup again. So let's see what goes into this. I have 2 pounds of Yukon Gold potatoes that I have peeled and cubed. I have half of a large onion that I chopped up finely. I have 4 stalks of celery that I chopped, along with about a cup of matchstick carrots that I had in the fridge that I also ran through my chopper. I've got 4 cups of hot water that I have stirred 4 teaspoons of my Shirley J chicken broth powder into. I've got this is that funky 26-ounce carton of chicken stock. I'm going to be adding some crazy mixed up salt, and then to finish it off we're going to be using some heavy whipping cream, and then we're going to have toppings like crisp bacon and cheddar cheese. So let's get this thing going. I'm going to take my butter. It's about a half a stick of butter, and I have preheated my pan over here. And we're going to get a spoon. Let's see here. Melt that butter in. And then I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to throw in my onion. After this gets warmed up, I'm gonna turn this up just a skosh. I've got it on medium high now, so that butter should melt quickly. And if you choose, you can do this with olive oil or vegetable oil, but try not to use canola oil. I've been doing a lot of research lately about canola oil and how it may not be such a good choice as far as a good, wholesome, non-GMO, unpoisonous food. So you may want to go ahead and do your own research. I'm still doing mine, so I don't really want to talk about it all the way yet, but it's not pretty. So, nice organic butter. We're melting there. I'm going to toss in my onion. Get those going. We'll toss in my celery and carrots. And then I think while you're gone, I'm going to go for just a minute, and when I come back, this will be ready for the next step. So I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. Now I've just taken some of the chill, or, taken some of these vegetables down. I've rendered them down just a little bit in this butter that we put in the pan, and the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add my seasonings. Now, I could tell you how much, but I really just give a few shakes of the celery seed. It's probably about 1/8 of a teaspoon, honestly. I like that little extra seasoning in there. And this is poultry seasoning, and I'm probably going to put about a teaspoon of that in here. Not too much. Oops! There it goes. Spice bomb! Alright. And now we're going to add my crazy mixed up salt. This stuff is fantastic. And if you can't get this in your area, then I'm sorry. This is awesome. Now remember, potatoes like salt, so I probably added about a teaspoon of this. You can add seasoned salt, you can add kosher salt and some Mustache, that would work too. Okay, now I've got my 2 pounds of cubed and peeled Yukon Golds here. Let's just give these a good mix. It doesn't matter how thoroughly you mix this at this point. This is really a no-brainer. I'm just trying to get them well incorporated. Probably going to undo everything I just did in just a second. So, here's my 4 cups of chicken bouillon broth. And here is my chicken stock. Now that's going to add that richness that I'm looking for. And the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to leave this on medium-high heat, and I'm going to let this simmer until those potatoes are cooked and almost falling apart. Then when that's done, in about 20 minutes, we're going to come right back and I'll show you what happens then. Okay, here we are. We have simmered for just about 20 minutes. And while I simmered towards the last 5 minutes, I took my trusty potato masher and I started to stir and kind of smush at the bottom of the pan. You see, I do not have a smooth puree. I don't want that. My husband enjoys chunks of potato in the potato soup, so that's how we do it. But you can see that potato starch has started to thicken up that soup nicely. And the best part is if there's any left over, it's going to sit in the refrigerator overnight, and it's going to get nice and thick. And tomorrow we may even have to add a little something to it. I have a cup of heavy cream, because that's what I had in my fridge, and I needed to use it up. I'm just going to pour that in there and give it a nice whisk. And I'm going to let that continue to simmer for 5 more minutes. I'm going to taste it for seasoning, but I don't think it's going to need any because I just tasted, bless you Molly, I just tasted to make sure the potatoes were completely done. And it's beautifully seasoned. The only thing I might add is some black pepper. But I've turned it down from medium-high to medium. It's on a 5 out of 9. You just get that cream nicely incorporated in there, and then we'll want that to come together. So we're going to simmer that for another 5 minutes, and when we come back, you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to fix you a bowl of soup because I know you're hungry, and you are not going to believe how delicious this soup is, and how quick and how easy, and I'll bet you have all the stuff in your refrigerator to make this already, and you don't even know it. Be honest. I bet you've got a bag of potatoes under your kitchen sink, and it's just waiting to be used. Otherwise, what happens? You gotta throw it out. So use it, and I'll be right back. Okay, it's soup. Remember when we were kids, that commercial for Campbell's, is it soup yet? Well, maybe some of you don't remember that, but I remember that. Anyway, this soup didn't come out of a can. It didn't come out of a box or a bag. It came out of my refrigerator, out of things that maybe really needed to be used up. You never know. This smells wonderful. It's the perfect consistency, and I can't wait to fix you a bowl. So let me grab my soup mug and ladle some in here for you. All you need with this, we're not even going to have sandwiches like I thought. We're just going to have ciabatta bread and butter. I bought a lovely loaf of fresh ciabatta bread at the gourmet market today. And then, would you like, let's see, I like some cheese on mine, some cheddar cheese, and some crispity crunchity bacon, and some green onions. And if you really wanted to gild the lily, you could put a dollop of sour cream and it would taste just like baked potato. It would be wonderful. So, here's some bread. You can put the butter you want on it. There you have it. Nice, lovely potato soup with all the toppings you can imagine. I hope you try this, and I hope you enjoy it. And until next time, see ya!